Hi, I'm Anne and this is my family. Yeah, we're going around vegan. This is a place where I spent almost all my summer vacations when I was a kid. Yeah. Guys, can you hear this? Yeah. So it's called like the stoneware because it's really hard. It doesn't sound like clay. The major seminary. We used to ride the bike here, we used to play tag. We'd spend almost all our afternoons here when we were kids. We used to play there at the back. There's a river somewhere there, or a stream.
Thank you.
Nice got a hole in my ice cream. That's a nice chair.
Can I get this?
It's a what? It's a fry. Oh,
But what about the pork?
We're here at the Burnayan where the Burnay jars are made. We'll go around. Perfect, because that's the beauty of the Burnay, right? That's the beauty of the Burnay. It's imperfect. Look at this.
Hey bro, are you okay? Dude. Bro.
This is what you call the snake kiln.
The what?
The snake kiln. This is where they cook or bake the jars. These small holes is where you put additional firewood directly on the jars. The jars are inside there and then you put it.
So what's this entire snake made of?
Also Burnay, clay.
The entire thing?
Yeah, the entire thing.
I'm Melandino from Vegan City, Ilocos Sur, PRO of the Vegan Tourism Council. Years back, we established the Vegan Tourism Council and then the Save Vegan Ancestral Homes Association, which has been a movement for the awareness of the conservation moves for the city. You see, vegan has been enlisted as the only World Heritage City in the Philippines, because if you look at the old map, vegan has been a very logically planned city or an island. So we have the very important part is the river, wherein the the trade with the uplands, with the interior towns, where the main highways pass through these rivers to reach the center of the city. Vigan became a fortressed island, and galleons traversed the rivers also to trade with the locals. One item which was being traded during the maritime period is the Burnay or the Vigan stoneware. In most of my travels in other areas, the Burnay was always present in almost all trades that people underwent, like vinegar, fish sauce, the bagoong trade, the nata de coco in the south, name it, the Burnay was present. In the vinegar industry, the Burnay played a very important role because it was the only stoneware that can withstand the wear and tear of time, and also it adds to the better fermentation of the vinegar and the basi, which is the local sugarcane wine. Also, it can withstand the corrosive qualities of salt in the fish sauce making or the bagoong industry. The nata de coco, they use it also in the coconut producing areas to ferment the sugar, the coconut juice to settle like a jelly form thing like the nata de coco. The Burnay industry was situated in the north and the southwestern side of the city, very close to where the clay deposits are. I think the Burnay was the most accessible material produced locally, because the Chinese jars were very prohibitive in pricing and in the quality, the strength of the material, the jars also. So if you go to Ifugao, they still use the Burnay, but they prefer to use the Chinese for their ritual winemaking. The threat of the industry, it's an overmining of the clay deposit because of the huge demand for vegan tiles and the other terracotta items, which now the what do you call this, the contents, the mineral contents of the clay is not as good as those of the olden days. I think it now lacks iron. The gravest problem of them all is the transformation of the mine deposit into housing. Also, the major threat is the total log ban, which is they use excessive firewood to fire these stonewares, so they lack now firewood. The economic case of the Burnay now, there is a very huge demand for it due to tourism. You know, like almost all tourists would like to bring home a bottle or two of the basi or the local wine, and maybe a gallon or two of those sukang Ilocos, which is, they find it medicinal. So the producers now are now demanding a lot of Burnay, which I think the Pagburnayan cannot really produce that much now.
Fidel, go.
Asterio Alcid.
Ang pangalan po ng pagawaan po namin ay Roby Pottery.
Ang pangalan ng tindahan nito ay RG Jar Factory. Yan ang initial ang lolo namin, Ramon Go.
Ang nauna rito yung lolo ng father ko. Nagngangalang Pedro Go. Ang tatay ko po nagsimula noong 1922.
Itong pagburnayan na minana namin sa lolo namin, nagsimula noong 1824.
Nagkaroon ng 5 pabrika noon dito sa Vigan. Yung mga 5 pabrika noon, maganda ang negosyo noon dito dahil ang Burnay kasi mas matibay kasi sa linulutong pula. Pero nagkaroon ng problema nung pumasok ang plastic dito at kaldero. Kasi ang plastic mas magane at mas mura. Humina talaga ang negosyo.
Seasonal ang takbo. Pag summer, meron naman, pero pag rainy season, mahina. Ang naranasan na problema namin noon, sa ngayon, yung pagkuha ng mga lupa, kasi tumataas na ang bayad ng mga buhangin, lupa, at saka sa mga labor.
Ito lang kasi ang alam kong pagkikitaan eh. Tinuloy ko pa rin ito. Itong trabahong ito at itong hanap buhay na ito ay dito ko nang binuhay ang sarili ko't pamilya hanggang ngayon. Meron kaming sinusuplayang exporter. Export Belgium, Holland, Australia, at US.
Yung mga middlemen, ma'am, ang kumukuha na marami, dinadala sa abroad, pang-export nila. Katulad nung una sa New York, Bloomingdale's, pagkatapos dito sa UK, Pat Company. Ginagawa nilang ma'am, pang-dekorasyon, pang-garden, pang-taniman.
Meron din kami sinusuplayang mga middleman. Tulad ng Bulacan, Pangasinan, sa Quezon, marami rin eh. Tumas ng gasolina. Ang transport, doon sila na mamahalan eh. Pagkatapos yung 9/11 terror attack, nawala na export. Naapektuhan kami doon sa trahedyang yun. Nahinto na. Wala na. Tinawagan ko po sila. Ang sabi, takot na daw sila bumiyay dahil sa terorista.
Medyo ngayon, ma'am, medyo mahina konti. Kasi lahat ng tao ngayon, hindi dekorasyon ang binibili nila.
Meron akong isang bunso po rito na pagpapasahan. Pero kung itinatanong nyo, kung itutuloy niya, yun ang po nga hindi ko masasagot. Kung itutuloy niya, maganda. Sana nga ituloy niya eh. Pero alam naman po niya eh, ang proseso po rito.
Yung anak namin hindi gano'ng interest sa business na ito kasi iba ang business nila. Nagtatanim ng mga sibuyas, lasuna, vegetable dealer.
Yung clay, kinukuha po namin dito sa baryo, Barangay Ayosan Sur.
Paggawa ng tapayan, kinukuha nila sa bukid ng mga clay.
Yan po kasing clay na yan ay dating bukid. Taniman ng mga gulay, mga palay. Pero hindi na ho productive yun since 1954. Kaya po, pinahukay po sabihin by contract mula noon hanggang ngayon.
Pagkatapos dinala dito sa pabrika.
Pero hindi po human ang nagmamasa po doon, kundi po yung kalabaw.
Mamasahin ng kalabaw.
Apagapagal lang po doon, umaabot more or less
4 to 5 hours.
Pagkatapos po kami maghagot doon, meron kaming mixing hole dito na pabilog. Yung mixing hole, doon po namin binababad po sa tubig.
Pagkatapos dadalhin dito sa loob, mamasahin uli ng tao. Ayan, ready na for making yon.
Pagkatapos po yun, pwede na pong gawing jar. Yung clay, doon po sa masahan, ang halo lang po doon ay tubig tsaka buhangin. Sa mixing hole, 50 wheelbarong clay at 10 wheelbarong sand. Hubogin na namin po doon sa may hulmaan. Pagkahubog po namin, next step ay pwedeng dekorasyonan, pwedeng ukitan. Pagkatapos po yun, next step, drying.
Pinapatuyo lang mga 7 to 10 days.
Pagkatapos ng drying, firing na po.
Ayan ang pagluto nila. Ang pagluto,
Ilalagay po namin sa pugon, tapos firing.
mga 16 to 17 hours ang pagluluto at saka ang firing niya umaabot ng mga 2,000 degrees centigrade, more or less. Pag nasubrahan, yung mga linuluto na de-deform, yan ang ginagamit nila sa pang-garden. Pagkatapos ang pagluto, ma'am, pinapalamigan na mga 1 or 2 days. Pagkatapos, ilalabas nila sa pugon, papalamigin para hindi magkrakrak pag tinubigan nila.
Pagkatapos ng firing, edi natural, sailing na yon.
Ayan, ready na for market na yon.
Kaya po, napagpatuloy ko rin po itong industriyang ito, ay dahil gumawa po kami ng mga iba-ibang shape, iba-ibang dekorasyon. Sa awa po ng Diyos, karoon naman po ng magandang takbo ng negosyo.
Siguro tatagal pa man pag meron makukuha na mga lupa na magagamit sa paggawa. Yung lupa ngayon, ma'am, nag-crisis. Kasi tumaas masyado ang ang renta, ang bayad.
Yung sinasabi nilang iba na ang templada, hindi. Huwag po kayo maniniwala doon. Simula noon hanggang ngayon, ganun pa rin ang proseso. Yung quality, hindi yung nagbago.
Well, I'm Dennis Rivas. I've been the chairman of the Vegan Tourism Council since 1995. Before, when we started seriously promoting vegan as a tourist destination, we were first focused on vegan as an old town with more than 100 ancestral homes. That was then the thing that was making vegan popular. Our tangible treasures, which are the ancestral homes, our churches. So we first concentrated in promoting vegan as such. But later on, when we started getting the trickles of tourists coming in, we also thought of promoting vegan as a place which is very rich in our culture and traditions, and that includes our traditional crops, which are the Burnay, I think, is the most important traditional industry still existing in vegan. The Abel weaving, the terracotta. We also have terracotta production where they make tiles and flower pots, and food industry. So it was then when we started promoting vegan as a whole. So this was when our cottage industries, including the Burnay, became, we made people aware of our intangible treasures. So that was when we encouraged the industry, the Burnay makers, to continue their traditional craft. We convinced them to open their factories to the public, for the public to see what they're doing, because the Burnay is a very traditional cottage industry. Because imagine what they were doing hundreds of years ago, maybe 400 or 500 years ago, and they are still doing the same thing. They never mechanized. You notice that they still use the carabao to, mix the clay. They still use their foot to turn. They could have easily done going with modern technology, but never, because we did not allow them. We wanted them to stick to the old process of making Burnay. Well, the Burnay was here since the pre-Spanish times. I think it started during the Chinese trade. Before Mr. Fidelgo was declared a national artist, the Burnay industry was a little slowed down because there was no more market for it. The only buyers of Burnay, as I remember then, was only the salt makers in Parañaque. What they buy, the broken pieces of Burnay, which they spread at the seashore for the salt, claims, and they use it to make salt. But when we encouraged them to go on, and we started promoting Burnay as a very important traditional cottage industry vegan, they cooperated with us, and they started rehabilitating the industry, and see what it is now. The old source of the clay was bought by Governor Chabit, and it's part now of his property, which I think they have plans of converting it into a golf course or whatever. So to ensure the continuous supply of clay, the city of Vigan just recently bought a property nearby, which can be also a source of clay. So that was to ensure it. That is what we're doing now. And as far as firewood is concerned, I don't think it is too much a problem, because we have national and provincial programs of tree planting, and I think firewood will not be a problem as of now, but maybe in a few years more that might be a problem. But maybe we can solve that later on. Maybe they can use gas or whatever for their cooking, as long as we can maintain or sustain vegan as a major tourist destination, not only in the north but the whole country, and maybe foreign visitors as well. I think the Burnay industry will go on because we have a market now for the Burnay, not only for containers, as I said, but they are even being used as landscaping ornaments, no? So this is a big market also for the Burnay now. We have a good potential market for it, continues as long as we have tourists coming to Vegan.
Oh, look, donut. What?